Yo, what up, world? Welcome back to another episode of A Man Say Man. It's your boy P. What up, Ram?
Rem the model in the building.
No doubt, Mr.
Don't make me put you niggas in the scope.
That's
like
all.
Iveen.
I ain't mad at you. Marvelous.
Marvelous. What's up?
Mr. Steph.
What's poppin', Kermie?
All right, now, Playboys. How y'all feeling, man?
Chilling.
Yeah, let's get into it,
Yeah,
man.
man. It's good, man.
Yeah?
Good. Yeah, feeling good, bro.
There's been some crazy ass moments these days, man.
Mm-hmm.
Like, seriously. You know, I really want to get in just to start the show off with your man in Vegas and whatnot. Leaping over, attacking that judge. You know, part of me is crazy because, like, if I was, like, in my teens, like 18, 19, I'd have been going crazy. Like, yo, this nigga is the illest. Right? Like, for real. Like, because, you know, we spoke about it earlier with the whole dead presidents. Watching your man Lorenz Tate, you know what I'm saying, launch that motherfucking chair, smack that judge was crazy.
Yeah.
But to see a nigga leap over? And you know what's even
wild.
crazy? I'm not even sure if his sentence was like years. Like, based on...
He was up for probation, right? Or some shit.
He was up for probation.
Yeah, true.
But like when the judge was reading like his history, like, you know, it included like battery, like a lot of violent shit. I think he had like some gun charges. I don't know. But either way, as far as his current sentence, I didn't think that it was that crazy to warrant that type of leap, my nigga. Like that type of
I think he just got anger
aggression.
issues.
That's what he said. He said he was having a bad day.
And she said something that triggered him, I think. Not saying that that's what he did.
But
was.
nigga.
When she said, I think he needs to, it was like clockwork.
Yeah, my nigga. Yeah,
What?
That's athletic, bro.
What? Dude.
That judge bench is high, man.
Bro.
High as fuck, nigga.
It was like,
Look,
it looked like a mannequin. That thing
he
didn't
cleared
even
that joint with a solid 4 inches.
Yeah.
6
He
inches.
jumped straight over that.
Yeah.
Like, where was everybody at?
I don't think they thought he was gonna make it. Like he
Long
was gonna
jump,
clear.
right.
it.
Yeah,
Like,
yeah,
that
yeah.
was-
I don't think the judge thought that he was
yeah,
going to
like,
make
oh,
it.
this nigga bugging. Fuck that. Oh,
And
shit.
she was like, oh.
Yeah,
I'm
yeah.
like, what did you not think he was going to
I tell you one thing right now. That bailiff is fired.
Yes.
That bailiff,
He
your
was
job
throwing them
is
punches.
the hold
Where
down
was
the
he?
courtroom.
Yeah.
The fact that your man was able to get to the judge and get over top
Absolutely.
and get blows off.
Absolutely.
The bailiff is guy.
Because he don't
clock
train
out.
no
Come
more.
on.
He don't train.
Clock
No,
out.
of course not.
He don't
Yeah,
train.
of
That
course
shit
not.
ain't never happened. That
I
nigga
bet you
like,
they'll
we
rethink
good.
it now, how they put people
course
up there
not.
to be
My man
that
was asleep in the
that
corner
was
somewhere.
It was a
Yeah.
textbook flying clothesline. Like, that
Yeah.
joint was fucking perfect.
Perfect, bro.
Perfect.
I think he studied it like when he walked in. Like he knew that. Did she just say the wrong thing today?
He must have did long jumping in high school.
Facts, my nigga.
Yeah,
I mean,
he
Or run in
does
front of
shit.
police and jump in the fence.
that was Anthony Ford, man.
He definitely studied dead presidents beforehand. Like, he threw the chair. That didn't
Gotta
work out so
relax.
well.
Which one was
the
more-
judge ducked the chair in dead president. So what if I actually jump over there and just haymaker the motherfucker?
Which one is more impressive? Him jumping over the bench or Lorenz Tate throwing the chair in dead
The
president?
chair is by far more impressive. Which
Yeah,
is to this day doesn't
Come on,
make
man.
sense. Every
That's-
time we see that scene, we had the same conversation.
You talking X-Men. He turned into the beast. He turned into the beast when he did that,
Bruh,
my nigga.
that chair is one of those old school classic,
Yeah.
all wood. There's no particle board in that chair. Courtroom, classroom
Yeah.
shit.
Yeah.
Your man picked it up, launched it. It went past the judge and smacked against the wall.
Yeah,
You threw that
that's-
joint like it was a metal fold-out chair from your backyard or something. Like
Exactly.
that's way more impressive.
That's way more impressive.
Even though it was fake.
Yeah.
But
But
This was real life.
your man's leaping over was hella ballsy.
that was just
Yeah.
Like,
that was
pause,
just a
like
wild
for real,
thing.
like that.
Wow.
The audacity. I said pause, my nigga.
Yeah,
I said ballsy.
no, I'm just saying that was wild.
Oh,
No, wow.
I
Yeah,
thought
that was
you said
wild.
My
Crazy.
fault. But
Well, he got himself 7 additional felonies for that.
Oh,
so.
God.
he
So
didn't-
stupid.
he didn't even want to show up. He had caught on that. I think that Monday he was like, "Nah, I ain't going."
Extra time your man just got is stupid.
Stupid.
Yeah, for nothing.
For nothing.
Because just stood there and just
Should've
dealt
been on
with
the
what she
swim
said and
team,
kept
yo.
pushing.
But at the same time, like, you know, he did what everyone else thinks about doing.
Yeah, for
know
all
what I
we
mean?
know, he wanted to go back. We don't know that man from a grain of sand.
Nah,
We
he
don't
was
know.
pleading. Nah, he was pleading not to. He was like, "Look, just give me this chance." You know, he wanted probation, but judge wasn't having it.
Fuck it.
Now
Yeah,
he's back.
fuck it.
And this
What
time he's back with a...
What did he say before he jumped? He was like,
He said, "Bitch." yeah. He told her to be where, bro.
She was. It was the fact that she was talking so nonchalant and she had a little attitude.
Yeah, she was like,
he said,
yeah.
It's like, hey, you had an attitude, and then when you get leaped on. She like,
Right.
She wasn't
What?
expecting that
My
type
man's
of
a
like reaction.
skydiver, yo.
Fact.
Somebody need to cook that junk together with the Power Rangers. It's morphin' time, you bitch.
Yeah, no bullshit. No bullshit. Yeah, that was air, my nigga.
When he screamed, "You
Crazy.
bitch!" No one said, "Wait a minute, what this nigga about to do?"
Right.
Yeah, no bull.
Baylor's still chilling.
That was crazy in itself to call the judge a bitch. You know what I'm saying? Like,
And yell it.
Yeah, and yell it. Yeah, you bugging. I wonder what his additional time is though, because that's like battery.
Yeah, I mean that's multiple felonies. So
Yeah.
Because he was connected some
and he was
blows.
hooking with the
bailiff.
the bailiffs and
The
whatnot.
bailiff was catching them though.
Who was
like,
the nigga in the suit? Getting
That's
hit
right.
in the
He was
ribs?
digging him in the suit. I said the same thing.
Had no effect though. He was eating them joints.
He
Fuck
sure
outta here,
was.
pussy. Yeah.
That nigga was on that. He was on that dipper.
Yeah, I don't
Real.
know.
He might have been
That was
on
some
something.
water.
Shout
That's that
out
water
to him though.
Yeah, shout out to him. I think his name is like Diobra or something.
Diobra? I know.
Diobra is like Diobra.
Deborah?
He come
right
from a
now his
tribe.
name's Deborah, and he
come from where?
goes by Diobra because he's
Wait.
mad his parents gave him a woman's name.
That could be
That
it.
too.
Hey, that's foul.
I guarantee you though, he come from a line of warriors. No, he do.
Oh, of
With a
course.
name
He
like
said a
Diobra?
line of war.
He had,
That's like
he had the
Oprah.
Biggie shirt on too, didn't he?
Yeah, I ain't-
Yeah.
No, that's probably
Hey,
tribe.
see,
Boar
and that's
tribe?
trifling.
Could be the boar tribe. Could definitely be a boar.
Yeah, he a warrior. He had a
I don't
biggie
have
shirt.
The
nothing
way
to
he
do with
rushed
that.
and attacked like that, that's definitely boar style. Like,
Yeah,
that.
it is.
Like,
Wait.
I would have tried to jump that joint. I'd have hit my head on the jump.
Yeah, you would have like a ram.
Nigga would have tripped some more shit.
Yeah, that'd have been bad.
That would've been a
that's
better
boar
video.
style.
That's crazy. That's not. Shout out to him.
She cracking up like shit. That was funny, huh?
Apparently.
I just thought it. This is so stupid. Let's be quiet, everybody.
Crazy, man. Nah, but it's been a comedic week, man. Like you know, we gotta talk about your mans.
That ain't my man. That nigga ain't been
Katt
right.
Williams?
He ain't been right since that little boy beat his ass. Man.
Nah, y'all gotta understand from the beginning. This man was.
Remember that little boy had
13-year-old
little boy had his ass
in a
against the-
chokehold.
Yo,
Yeah.
first and
Playing
foremost,
soccer.
He snatched him up pretty good.
wait a minute. Yo, that's crazy.
Yeah, he ain't been right since then,
I forgot
nigga.
that happened.
Yeah.
Really?
Nah, I remember that the whole time.
I remember it too, but can we dissect like for two nigga?
Yeah.
Well, hold on. Before we do that, let's just. What are we talking about first? We talking about what happened? Katt Williams.
I had an all moment. Like I can't believe I forgot that happened. But Katt, as far as the interview with Shannon Sharp,
Yeah, okay.
Yes.
Make sure we cover the topic.
for sure.
Katt Williams had a huge interview with Shannon Sharp that's taking over the internet right now, and that's
Absolutely.
what everybody's talking about. Me and Paul was actually sitting in the crib the other day, and he looked over at me and said something about about Katt Williams. I just read something. Funny enough, at the exact same moment, I was reading an article about Ice Cube's comments about Katt Williams.
Yeah.
Completely like we hadn't mentioned it or nothing. We were both looking up. So it's taking over right now.
It definitely is, and there's definitely some keynotes in
Everyone
there.
get a
He
chance
did
to
get
watch
choked
it.
out by a 13-year-old.
Most of it. I mean, I
I
watched
didn't watch the
clips.
whole thing.
I didn't watch.
I'm not
watched
the
the
last
entire
20
thing.
minutes, but
I started.
20 minutes
I started, and I probably got maybe halfway through, maybe.
That's a lot.
It's a lot, and it's a lot to unpack.
I mean, it's like
It's
3
not-
hours.
It's just, man. To me, it just. I don't know. I want to say he's trying to be like, but like it's just Charleston White.
Nah.
It's like he's taking the Charleston White, like formula.
Why?
I don't think that's a
I think he
formula.
want to be relevant again.
He's already relevant.
I think
Katt
Katt's pretty
Williams-
relevant.
Katt Williams is relevant.
I'm not checking.
He reinvents himself.
Personally,
He's
I'm
the
not
same
checking for Katt.
person.
I'm not checking for Katt. I think Katt's.
I'm just curious, but what he said as far as what you watched made you think of Charleston White?
shock value.
Shock.
Just
value.
coming out and saying just how he just like fuck, like how the nigga was saying on Cam Newton shit.
But
Fuck
he's
Deion Sanders.
waited for a moment where he can actually just say what he got to say
I think the only difference that
without it being
is-
in a comedian way. Like he's always been talking very real about all of these things for years, but people have been either just laugh at it and look at it as a surface view, or just bypass it and say the nigga crazy. But he had a lot of relevancy of all the things that he has been talking about all
I feel
this
like
time.
A lot
I
of
think,
shit he be talking about, I be feeling like it's chatty patty shit too. I be feeling like
I don't.
I feel like until this time, all the people he's bringing up, I guess they sat on that same show and brought his name up. So that I will come and defend myself. But if he was just coming on there just talking shit about these comedians and talking about who's done this and that, like what's the point? Like what are you trying to prove?
But that's not what he was doing. He came on there to clear his name. But
he came to clear his name.
on there
'cause
with
niggas
facts.
was talking about him and shit. I mean,
I wouldn't say everything he said was factual.
nah. I don't think that nigga. I think that nigga on hard drugs. He said he wasn't. I think he is.
I don't know.
I don't know. I mean, he sounds like a pretty clear thinking person to me.
Big time.
Be honest with you. Do I believe everything the nigga was saying? Of course not. But some of that shit has been kind of verified already.
It has.
Like, he told a lot of fucking truths. The issue with Katt is he'll say something in one sentence that makes complete sense, and then the following sentence he'll say something and be like, well, now I don't know if I can listen to the last show.
Yo, Money said, like, and it's funny because before I watched the interview, Manny had pointed out that him reading 3,000 books from the age of 8 to 12 a year, like 3,000 books, my nigga. Do the math. It's 365 days in a year. You know how many books you got to read to get to that?
That's
so he
a
said
lot.
he was doing that from 8 to 12. And I ain't sounding, whatever. He's a big, he's a reader, whatever. But at the same time,
You can tell.
outside of that, I thought he kept it, G. The difference between Charleston White and Katt Williams to me is that Katt Williams is speaking from being in the industry, right? Charleston White is speaking on his opinion about certain people that he doesn't know. Everybody that he brought up, the Faison Loves, the Steve Harveys, the Cedrics, like he's had encounters with these people. So for him to give his opinion, like that's just like, hey, why not? Fuck it.
That was a good thing you just said though, to give his opinion.
Yeah.
Because that's what it is.
Yeah,
it's
that's
his
all it
opinion.
is.
It's his views upon things. It's the way that he thought about things, you know what I'm saying? And a lot of it's old too. That's another thing you got to remember. With age and your memories comes just natural add-ons and natural shit that you do in your head. And the way you remember it is, and then you go and talk to somebody who was with you and they be like, bruh, that's not what happened. This happened.
Science says 50% of the shit you remember, you add, my nigga.
Right. And he's talking about shit that's 20 years old. So,
Because it was parts in the interview where they had to clarify things like
the year.
The year.
Well, there was things like that.
Yeah, right.
Ice Cube, I watched this thing the other day. He
Yeah.
came out and said a lot of what Katt said was 100% accurate.
Right.
Yes.
He said, but I also need to clarify a few things. We never had no fucking rape scene in the movie. That's not my cup of tea. I wouldn't do that. He was like, yeah, we might have gave Katt some leeway in terms of, doing this and doing that, but we ain't changing our script for no actor. Yeah. So Katt ain't come in here and just do everything on his own in terms of the role. We let him do him a little bit, but then on top of that, he was like with the
Money
word.
Mike shit. Yeah,
He was like, we shot all the scenes that we wanted the way we wanted, and then of course everybody gets a little bit of play. You know what I'm saying? You get some extra ad lib.
And also how he said Ricky Smiley did try out for.
Right.
Yeah. And that's the truth, though.
And that's probably how it was with most of the shit he said. There's a little bit of truth in there.
Yeah. Exactly.
And there's a little bit of cap in that motherfucker, you know what I mean?
But he said a lot of good shit in there. There was a lot of interesting stuff in there. Was a lot of good shit, a lot of shit that did make sense, but it was also some you got to take it with a grain of salt because
that
it's
nigga fast as shit too.
He just posted a video of himself running a 4.47.
No, he was running too. He was getting busy.
He was moving, though.
He was moving.
He was moving.
He ran 4.47.
He ran a 4.47, my nigga.
Yo, that's a fact.
Like, I swear to God.
Yo, he just aired it out.
I saw that, Joe, and I was like, damn, man.
Y'all
Katt's
gotta
telling the truth about all this shit.
Nah, that Bama said a sub 4.3. Get out of here.
He did. That's crazy.
That's crazy.
I thought he kept it gangster, man. Like I ain't finish it, but for what I saw, I was like, you know what, I can get jiggy with this.
No, it was definitely intriguing, and honest for me, like it made me want to finish it. Like watching it and just listening to him talk about the shit and. Shannon's a good interviewer, but I do wish that Shannon would. I wish a lot of these people that are good fucking interviewers would dig deeper and pause.
Yeah.
Like, I mean, Shannon and Nori is a good example.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like, I wish that they would dive deeper into the questions, and when you get a response or an answer, it's something like, pick at it a little more,
right.
push a little more. You know what I'm saying? To push back a little more.
That's why I like Cam Newton. Cam Newton's joint.
Because he does do that.
Yeah, he really dives into conversations.
That's the one thing. That's my one down, I would say, about the entire Shannon Katt Williams
because it's almost
interview,
like a friendship. It's like like you having a friendly conversation. I ain't gonna tell you. I ain't gonna say everything on camera.
Right, this is work, bro. You pull it up. You sat down in the chair. You know what come with that. Like,
Yeah.
Right.
I haven't watched any Shannon Sharp's shows before, so this was my first time. So
okay.
That's pretty good.
So as far as the Katt Williams situation and the people that he brought up, I'm not sure has everyone been on the show and like voiced their opinion about him.
Well, I think that's why he came on the show.
to address it.
Ricky Smiley was on there too.
Yeah, I think they're the only ones that did that.
Yeah, there's only two. Yeah,
He just added on to like
Steve Harvey and I
don't know if Faison Love went to Shannon Sharp.
No, he
I don't
didn't.
think
He
so.
didn't. He didn't.
But
He
I think I think Shannon Sharp knows him personally. Though.
I think Faison Love is a better example of what you was talking about in terms of that Charleston White, that pillow talking and just rapping his mouth. Faison Love,
And he fighting for relevance.
Right.
Yeah,
He's
he
fighting
is-
for
he
it.
is
And I fuck with Face on Love. I ain't got nothing
Right.
against Face on Love, but like, bro, like Katt said, bro, how many stand-up specials you got? Like, you killed it on Baby's Kids, you killed it on Friday, but other than that, fam, like,
You got couples retreat.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's
yeah,
it,
sure,
bro.
you did your 1-2 there.
But Faison ain't gonna hold you. Faison is like the nigga that come into the job at like a little bit after you came in the job, but he does all the shit he gotta do to get to that manager position before you. Doing like you saying couples retreat. Katt Williams would love to be in that realm of
Fact.
Vince Vaughn and fucking my nigga from Ozark and all shit like that.
Yeah,
You know what I'm
Jason
saying?
Bates.
So you can't be mad. I mean, he did what he had to do
Faison's
to get
doing
what
his
he did.
thing.
Yeah, you know what I'm
he-
saying? But he
again.
not when you speak of like comedy, stand-up comedy, I don't think Faison can
Right.
can
Right.
talk
No,
about
and
shit
that's
like
where
that.
he was.
He's
Trying,
acting.
I
He's
feel like
acting.
Katt Williams was
But,
trying
yeah.
to pinpoint is the difference between. I appreciated the interview that we're able to see that industry. Because sometimes we always hear about just the film or just the music artists. You don't get to hear about how the comedians do things. You've seen little interviews of stuff prior, even with the women in comedy, but you don't get to see that particular dig in, like who these people are connected to and actually how they became the way they are. Then you kind of see certain ones in certain films together. Yeah, they kind of rock together, you know, and how they do pull each other down versus it always being a funny thing.
Right.
And everybody's you stealing people's jokes. Like I believe that. I mean, I'm
people
not
steal
see it.
jokes.
I feel like
now I
stealing
get
jokes
it.
is a
It's
thing.
like
comics steal jokes all the time. I feel
yeah,
like.
I mean,
it's
that's
about
just
who
like
delivers it better
like
to me.
rappers, you know,
Yeah.
like you know.
But that, I mean, that's not a good practice, but it is
That's
common
right.
practice. It's not a
Right.
good practice, though.
Absolutely.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Is Katt one of the great comics of all time?
I mean,
What type of list are we talking about here? We talking about 5? We talking about 10? We
Yeah,
talking
that's
about
what
20?
We're talking about 10. We definitely not talking about 5.
He can probably make a top 10 list.
Yeah, I think so too.
I think
I do
so.
yeah, he
too.
can take a yeah.
He can make a top 10
of
list.
our generation.
No, all time.
All time?
All time.
All
Yeah,
time.
me too. All time.
Oh,
Stand-up comedians.
Yeah.
Stand-up comics, not movies and how successful they were and their actors. Stand-up comedians.
I appreciate that
Like
he brings a lot of facts in the
Epps for me
jokes.
falls in the Phase on Love category. Not the same, obviously.
Mike
Mike
Epps.
Epps is better.
Mike
But
Epps is
I
a-
like Mike Epps as an actor. I don't like him as stand-up. I
Mike
can't
ain't,
stand
Mike
the
ain't top
stand-up
10.
no,
at all.
definitely not.
I
top
don't like
10.
the stand-up.
No, he's one of them guys where it's like
I love him in movies.
His
Yeah, I
comedy is with his body or with him like telling a
Right.
story type shit. He don't got no jokes. Like that might, I don't know. That's tough for me.
Yeah, Katt can make a top 10.
It's tough for me
I think he's definitely top 10.
He could definitely make a top 10. He ain't gonna
because
make my
I
top
don't know
5.
if I don't even know I have Martin in there.
In a 10?
Martin
He's in my
might be
10.
10. He might be 10. Might
He's
be
low.
10.
He's low, but he's
Yeah,
in my
he's
10.
low.
Yeah, he could probably get my 10.
Martin's
Stand-up.
stand up was not good.
Nah, I didn't like it.
I don't think
The old
Katt
Russian
Williams
class.
stand up.
I feel like Robert Townsend stand ups is fire.
That's crazy.
I would take Jamie Foxx over Katt Williams.
Stand-up?
No,
I
no,
would.
not at all.
I would.
Not at
I
all.
would. I would.
No,
I just went and seen Katt Williams not too long ago, and that show was crazy.
Was it though?
Huh?
Was it?
It was.
Bernie is definitely over
It
Cat.
was.
Yeah, 100%.
And he was hitting a lot of facts, like
sure.
stuff that's happening,
DL
but he
DL's
made it
over
into a
Cat.
joke.
Nah, I'm not putting DL over Cat.
I'm
But I
putting
do
DL
like
over
DL.
Cat.
I'm not putting DL over Cat though.
No,
I'm
not
not
putting
even-
DL over Katt.
I might put Eddie Griffin over Cat.
As stand-up?
Nah,
No.
I can't.
Nah,
No. No
I
way.
don't think so.
I don't think the
either.
body of work is there.
Yeah, that's what yeah.
But
No.
all the Cat's body of work is not good.
But a
It's
lot
not.
of it is.
But he gets standing ovations.
He's done a lot of stand-up.
A lot of it is.
He's done a lot of stand-up,
Yeah,
yo.
but is he your type of funny though? Like,
I fuck with Cat.
I do.
do you be laughing, my nigga?
Yeah, I said I fuck with Cat.
That don't mean that you
You
don't-
I don't need to pause that.
I mean, no, you do fuck
No,
with
but
Cat.
I don't need to pause that.
Niggas got to look at the judge. Niggas look straight at Nick. Yo, Boston.
Yo,
It's out of control.
time out. We good?
Yo, Nick, real quick.
Very out of control.
Sustain.
Flag on the play. Now we're
No
good.
doubt. No doubt.
Yeah, nah, Kat, I think Cat is
No,
is my
Richard
type of
Pryor's
funny.
number one, my nigga.
100%.
Pardon?
Richard
I
Pryor's
got
number one.
Eddie one.
Richard's 1, Eddie's 2.
Yeah, and Chappelle's 3.
Yep.
I definitely take
That's
Chappelle.
my order too. But
That's
I
a
got
fact. Yeah.
I got Eddie, Chappelle, then Richard. I think.
No, Richard's 1.
I'm curious, right? Out of all those three
I got
people,
Red Fox in that bitch too.
do they have something in common? Richard
Who?
Pryor, Dave Chappelle, and Eddie Murphy.
Storytelling.
Storytelling.
Storytelling, pretty much.
Okay.
Yeah.
Because
yeah.
everyone that you named, as far as like the Katt Williams and the Eddie
see,
Griffins,
the
just
difference.
the range of how they tell their jokes is just night and day. So I appreciate when you mention Dave Chappelle, Eddie Murphy,
Yeah.
and Rich Pryor because they tell stories like a motherfucker. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like you can't beat that.
Red
And
Fox too.
Yeah, Red Fox for sure.
And I'm not going to stop. Bill Cosby's on the fucking top 10.
No
All
doubt.
time.
That's why I big up Kevin Hart as well. You know what I'm saying? Like that type
Kevin
of
Hart's in my top
that
5.
type of
yeah.
comedy, I dig. But all that like
Chris Rock.
Chris Rock, decent,
He's in my top 10.
decent.
Top 10.
10, yeah.
Yeah, top
Top
10
5.
for sure.
But if there was a dude, I think we spoke about this one time, I guess at a gathering, like the new, if it was doing new Kings of Comedy, you know what I'm saying? You have 4. You know what I'm saying? Who would be the 4th one? Because like for me, for me, it's going to be Chappelle, Kevin Hart, and Chris Rock.
What about your what's old boy's name? We spoke about him earlier. Show enough.
Deion Cole.
Yeah, I had Deion Cole.
Oh, okay.
I'd take Deion Cole, bro.
I mean, he's one of my favorite current comedians, but he hasn't done enough.
But he said
to warrant being on the
no
show.
doubt, but
he's called the King's of Comedy.
I hear you, but to make it current, I mean, it's other comedics out there that do they want to.
I like Mark Curry. And
Mark
stand
Curry?
up on stand up.
My nigga,
He's so funny.
Hold on, don't come in here with you
He is funny. Look,
no, it ain't about that. That's before all of that. I've seen him do stand up. He's funny. Well, that's your opinion.
Hold on, real quick.
That's your opinion.
Real quick.
That's my opinion. He has some funny content.
Defend
That's
yourself.
I'm not defending myself. I don't have to.
Real quick.
If I think it's funny, it's fucking funny.
Story from Rim. Mark Curry's an asshole, okay? I was a kid, a child, all right? I'm at a Bullets game, all right? This is how long ago it was. I'm at a Bullets game.
Okay.
Privilege.
And I'm sitting here, right here, and directly in front of me, one row in front of me at an angle, is Mark Curry hanging with Mr. Cooper, is on TV at the time and everything. I'm like, my man sitting next, my dad's friend that brought us to the game was like, yo, you see who that is? Oh, shit, that's hanging with Mr. Cooper. I tapped him on the shoulder. All I was going to do was tap him on the shoulder and say, oh, shit, you're so-and-so. I tapped him on the shoulder. I was like, oh, man, you're so... My man turned around, looked at me and said, yeah. And put his hand out. Like, what you want me to sign?
Damn.
Yeah, but what does that have to do with his
Mark
jokes?
Curry.
What does that have to do with him being funny? Who cares? I'm not taking away from your story, but...
Remember how you were scarred by Santa Claus and the Easter Bunny and the Tooth Fairy, and now your kids can't have none of that? I'm scarred by Mark Curry.
I was always scared of Santa. I didn't give a crap about him.
By Mark Curry, okay?
That nigga scared of Mark Curry.
I'm the same way with
Oh
Mike Tyson.
my God. Anyway, I feel like he's
He is
really
funny.
good comedian. His stand up is really good, but whatever. That's my opinion.
Yo,
might
mine
be
have been
top
trying,
30.
like, first and
whatever.
foremost, fuck Mark Curry. But when's the last stand up? What's the last stand up you watched?
The one that he was, the last one I
on
actually,
Catch Jump.
he sure was,
Hey.
and he was good.
I enjoyed him
Sinbad
better.
is funnier than Mark Curry.
You feel me?
Come on, man.
Sinbad's still alive?
Okay,
Sinbad, come on, don't
he's
do
on his
that,
last leg,
He
but
was trying to be
he's still,
funny.
you know.
Oh, really? For real?
No, seriously.
He's on his last leg. Like shit.
Yeah, but he still was funny.
When he did
I get
Shazam,
it.
come on, man. Shazam is like the best Sinbad movie ever,
Who
too.
cares? It was a stand up, and I'm
That's
talking about
crazy.
stand up. What we talking about?
That's wild.
Sinbad was he was
Shazam.
security for the motherfucker.
Paul is a troll.
First child.
That's funny.
Yeah, sorry, I had to
And
interject.
And you're a troll
happened?
too.
I'm not a troll. I'm just when you say Mark Curry, I have
And now I'm
flashbacks.
scarred
I have
because he
flashbacks.
told me here.
And then hold
that
on.
has nothing to do with his stand up, dog.
So to finish the story though, at halftime they come through, they pull up, they put him on the camera, they put him on the big screen, they ask some questions. Next thing you know, it's a line of people trying to get this man's autograph. What he doing? Hey,
Showing
how are
love.
you? Hey, how are you?
He got his job.
Everybody knows
His
you.
job.
You got
He's
your
doing
face.
his
So his
job.
point was,
He's doing his
get
job.
your ass in line.
Yeah.
That's what he was
And
telling
he's doing
you.
his job.
As I sit behind you,
That's what he was telling you.
as I'm 8
Wait,
years
wait.
old, it's fine. It's fine.
Yeah, that's
His first
crazy.
job is to be funny.
It's fine.
That's
So if I
crazy.
gotta make niggas laugh and that's what you getting paid for, dog. That's what you getting paid for.
Y'all wild, man. But
Whatever.
hey, man.
Say, man.
Was it funny when y'all thought there was 8 to 10 foot giants in Miami? Aliens?
Hey, yeah, go ahead.
So I thought it was dope. I'm ready for it, man.
What happened?
No, you're not.
Talk about
So
it. What
it,
happened?
apparently there
Why?
was
Wrapped up, man.
so there was a riot in
Get to shoot somebody.
Can I talk? Thank you.
Hey, hold on now.
Shade.
You asked
Hold on,
us,
And we ain't even on the shade
you asked us a
room.
question.
Hold on.
Shade.
Well, no, we gotta see what the topic is first before we just talk about aliens.
Damn.
Oh, no doubt.
8
So
feet tall.
there was a situation in Miami at a mall where there was a riot, a bunch of kids wilding out, whatever. There was fireworks involved, and cops pulled up. It was like 30,000 cops outside. But the headline read, I think, alien spotted or an 8-foot alien spotted in the mall, whatever.
Outside the mall.
Outside was outside.
Yeah, it was outside. I don't think it was in the
cool.
mall.
Yeah, I mean,
But when I
That'd
read
be
the story,
I don't think there'd be any questions.
if what?
If he were in the mall,
if my
there
nigga
would
was
be
in
no
the mall.
questions.
It would be nobody in the
yeah.
mall because they're out of there.
That's the thing, though. When I read the headlines at first, I thought he was in the mall, which created that whole situation.
That would have
Word.
been fire.
Like
That would've
niggas
been
ran
crazy.
out.
Because I'm out of there too.
But further reading, it didn't entail no alien costumes, no nothing. It was a bunch of kids fighting, and it was like 15 teenagers whooping this motherfucking driver. The cops came, they chased him, and they arrested like 4 teenagers.
So where did they see the alien at? Outside?
I don't know.
Yeah,
I didn't see that. I didn't see
I
that
just kept
part.
seeing like a article, well, not article, a little video, and it had like something pointing, but you couldn't see what it was running past the camera.
No. So there
like,
was 2 videos that I saw. One video had, like you talking about, it was like a camera pointing with a little like gray thing walking through, and you can't really see what the fuck it is, obviously, and one of those type of things. What made it even interesting with that headline, obviously, it's easy to do. You can slap that headline on this same video. But when you look at that video, and I only, it's a quick view, Mamas is going over top and shit. I personally counted 35 plus police cars outside. Now, granted, teens rioting, maybe fireworks involved, maybe they thought it was guns.
That's
There's
what they thought it
15
was.
of them, I feel you. That could require a lot of cops. But 35 police cars, and I didn't finish counting because the camera panned away and shit. Like, I didn't.
Yeah.
So what you're saying is
it was the entire police department.
So what you're saying is it had to be
Miami.
something there for that many people to show up.
It was just very
officers to show
interesting
up.
that they threw up the alien jump, and then you look at the camera, and it's literally 50 plus police cars out there. I was like, huh.
Does anybody know the link between the alien sighting versus what actually happened? I'm just curious. Because again, when I was reading the article, I saw no mention of an alien.
But do you think that it was just them saying that so to get people to view the article or whatever?
I don't know.
It's
No,
not
I mean,
really-
it was also
really
people
wasn't a
posting
fact of things.
videos claiming to have seen.
The alien.
But to have 30-something plus officers out there was
It
That's
was a
kinda like-
lot of police there.
why would they be there for just that?
I mean, I don't
The
know.
kids at the mall.
But at the same time, like I
still
said,
a lot of cops.
there's too many camera phones. There's too many. I mean, there's too many
This is a
iPhones
fact.
out here. There's too
This is a
many
fact.
security cameras. Somebody would have got the government. They can do a good job of securing and men in blacking it and flashing everybody's memory and shit. But they not gonna get every single one of them bitches.
Yeah,
That's not happening. So
Every time I see one of them videos, I'll be rooting for it to be real.
dude, who doesn't? I mean,
Let's just get this shit over with, man.
it's always definitely
Right.
clickbait for me.
Let's get it
but,
over with.
yeah,
Let's-
why not?
Why?
Because let's put this shit to bed. Like, aliens are fucking
you're-
real. They
you're okay
exist.
for them to
They're,
just be
they're a
sitting
fucking
and
They out
chilling in
there.
your yard?
They out there. Let's get it over with.
I'm sure they're there, but you would be okay with just Cam out hanging with an alien?
No one said building relationships and mingling
I
with
wanna
these
know.
niggas. I just
Hey,
want to know
look.
that they exist.
Andre
But if
said
they're out
that
there,
shit,
they're going to
man.
build relationships,
I mean,
right?
Alien can blend
If-
right
I don't
on in
know,
with your
bro.
can. Look again, because I swear I spot one every now and then.
bars.
All right, Andre.
Yeah,
But do y'all?
Gotta get y'all man to the
I mean,
studio.
like,
What just happened, dog?
yeah.
I'm just saying. You asking,
Do y'all remember the movie Splice?
No.
About it's an alien, right? And it's like these 2 scientists, whatever. So they have this like little embryo alien, and it's growing, right? But it's like it's taking like different what I'm looking
Images,
for.
people?
I wouldn't even say images.
Shape-shifting?
It's like morphing. It's trying to grow, but it's like it's changing like into different things. Make a long story short, it becomes like beautiful, right? Where the male scientist starts to have sex with it.
Oh, no.
okay.
Hey, yo, what the fuck? This is why we ain't seen it.
All right.
You got to see the joint. The joint is ill, bro. It's called Splice.
All right.
Classic.
Splice.
But
No, that was the purpose of bringing it. It was
Nah,
just
she was
to
like-
talk about having sex with
when
it.
she was talking about hanging out with Cam, and I was like,
In a friendship, not have sex with the alien.
I was like, wait a minute. I thought we was going somewhere with
I
this.
thought y'all saw. Well, if you guys ain't seen it, I mean, there's no point of going further into it. She brought up the whole Cam hanging out, and I'm
As a
like,
friend, not have sex with an alien, I don't.
I mean, that's bound. It's bound to happen. If aliens start
Yeah, but Cam's not having sex with no aliens, my nigga. What are we talking? What's going on, man?
Why y'all putting this on the little man like that?
Right.
I'm saying, no
Just
pressure,
tryna-
no pressure.
No pressure.
Oh, man.
Yeah, man, Splice.
Splice. I definitely won't watch that.
I'm not watching that shit. Fuck out of here, dog.
Yeah, don't watch it
I'm not
now.
watching it. He said it ended up being beautiful. Like, I'm just trying to.
So what?
fuck
So
outta
the
here.
scientists end up having sex with it. End of story.
I mean, there's no point of going further. I mean, shit, you gotta
Only
check it
Paul,
out.
dog. Only
Listeners,
Paul.
check out Splice, please, and let us know what you
Splice.
think.
Yeah. Sounds like a website.
Oh, splice.com.
Ow. Ow.
Humans having sex with aliens. That's crazy. This is crazy.
Hey, man.
Hey, if y'all want to pay me for the
Alienation,
promo,
man.
splice.com.
Alienation was a good one, too. That just came in my head. Remember Alienation?
Fuck no. What is that?
Yo,
You didn't watch Alien
I did
Nation?
watch Alien Nation.
Are y'all serious?
have
I
seen
remember
it.
Explorers.
No, I remember Alien
Not
Nation.
Explorers.
I do
Alien
remember
Nation
that.
was a real show.
It was a real show.
Are these like these British movies or something?
No, that was an American show,
That
right?
was.
That was an American
Yeah.
show.
hey, look,
It was out. Like,
only
in the
alien I knew
90s.
about was on fucking Star Trek and
Star Trek?
X-Files.
Star
Yeah,
Trek?
yeah.
Not
right,
X
yeah.
Files. I hated that show.
Real.
Every
Nah,
time it came
you-
on, I was scared.
X-Files had the illest theme music,
It was
though.
another
I
joint that
hate
came on
that show.
Nickelodeon too. What was the joint
And
that
it's
came on
his head. It's
Nickelodeon?
his demeanor.
It was like aliens in outer
Welcome
space
to
or some shit like that.
Like,
I
no.
don't know. That
I
had
don't
a
know.
couple,
It was crazy.
man.
It was crazy.
I don't know.
Tripping.
But anyways,
fuck
man.
it. All that.
Hey, man.
Say, man.
My fault.
The pause.
Yeah,
Hey, man.
I
Say.
lost my train of thought for a second, man. So, Cameron, right? You know, I saw some, on social media and whatnot, how talking about, what he identifies as, Black American versus African American. Pretty interesting, you know what I'm saying, as far as, who do you kind of align with? Because it's always that, they try to marginalize, right? Because you're from here, you represent here, but you really don't. Right, so I'm just curious, what y'all think about that? Like, what do you identify with?
Well,
Steph?
in his example, just real quick, my bad. I just want to cover the whole thing. In his example, he was like, basically, he identifies as a Black American and not an African American. He was like, people in Africa don't really fuck with us like that. They call us Yankees, blah, blah. I mean, they fuck with us, but, they don't consider us African.
Right.
And he gave a
Right.
great example, I thought. He said in the Olympics, when a Black person is, having a boxing match or they're going against a Japanese guy, a Russian guy, they don't say he's a African American. They don't say he's a Black American. They say he's an American.
Right.
And then he's going against a Japanese guy or something
Absolutely.
like that. So that's why Cam brought it up and said that he identifies as a Black American versus African American. And then what Paul said, Steph, what was your take on it? What was your thoughts?
I mean, I identify as Black.
Yeah,
Right.
Me too.
When I fill it out on paperwork, I put Black. You know what I mean? I don't put African American because, basically, I almost don't identify with either. I have no connection to Africa. I'm here, but I feel like I'm here by circumstance.
They give you two options now.
I haven't
I've
filled
seen.
out application in a minute.
Well, I
So
haven't
there's
filled out
African American
application.
and Black?
Yeah, so I haven't filled out an application, but I've filled out like my
Surveys
job and
or
shit. I had
yeah,
to go
random
to like
shit.
LabCorp or some shit like that.
Insurance,
So you know what I'm
paperwork,
saying. So
yeah.
it'll say Black,
Doctor.
and then it'll say not of Hispanic or whatever,
Non-Hispanic.
non-Hispanic, and then
Oh, yeah.
then it'll be another joint that'll say African American.
I've never seen it like that.
I seen
Nah.
that shit twice.
It's usually Black or African American, non-Hispanic.
It gave me
That's
two
what I see.
different. It gave me two
yeah.
different joints. They fucked me up because I'm like, yo, did I fill the right one out the first
Which one you
time?
check?
I checked Black and then I did African American too. You know what I'm saying? Just because shit.
I mean, I don't think it's a big deal, to be honest,
No,
because
not really.
it's always labels. You know what I mean? First it was colored, Negro, Black. Now it's African American.
I'm just me, man.
Yeah, you can should be you, but you got to identify something, right? Unfortunately. But as far as, his taking it, Cameron's, I feel him.
But
Like,
nigga, man,
I'm
nigga.
a Black American. I'm not Black American, but for him to say that, yeah, I feel you on that, my G. Because you wasn't born in Africa, man.
No.
Like,
Right,
you've been in
right.
America, your people's been here for a minute.
Right.
And even if he was to identify something in New York, it'd probably be some Jamaican, some West Indies shit or something. You know what
Who,
I'm saying?
him, per se?
I mean, I'm just saying, like anybody just coming from that area. You know what I'm saying?
I
it
mean-
wouldn't be too much African in New York.
Yeah, I would say that.
You know what I'm saying?
As the Caucasian, quote unquote guy, it'd be funny if you thought about it from a white person standpoint. They walked around with, I'm a Irish American, I'm a German American because 500 years ago their parents immigrated. Somebody's great grandmother immigrated over or came over here for whatever reason. You know what I'm saying? It's like
Yeah.
it's just a weird thing if you think about it. To say it's an American thing, though. It's what we do. We were talking about it on the way over here or on the way to get Steph. Like, it's something that America does. It's something that we do here. We generalize things. We put people in categories that you stereotype subconsciously. Some people do it consciously. Some people do it intentionally with harm. Like, I mean, but people, that's something Americans fucking do. Like,
Yeah.
Well, it's a social condition for sure.
yeah,
But
absolutely.
you brought up something interesting to me because you said that, Irish American, German American, you never hear that, right? It's Caucasian or Black, African American. And I'm just curious, like, I haven't done any study on this, like, who, like, dubbed those labels? Because if you're trying to, like, separate yourself and one doesn't say Irish American or German American, like, why did we say African American?
That's what I was. That's what I
Like,
was.
I'm
it
like,
was
why,
just a
like,
thought.
why did we have that then?
Or European
Because
American, I guess,
think
is
that it's been
continent-based.
it's
Asian
a
American.
a title that has been given to us.
Yeah, I'm just-
like
anybody know
someone
who?
created it, and then no, I'm just saying I
Like, was
think
that, like,
someone
some
created
civil rights
it,
shit?
and then
Like, I don't know.
it felt like we had a choice to pick. And as far as like what Cam was saying, Africans don't really rock with us. It's not like I have a lot of African friends, and I've worked with a lot of African women and men, and they, one particular woman, she had told me, she says, it's another guy that was like a security guard, and he's African and from there, and she's like, oh, he's with you guys now because he's left us a long time ago. He messes with you kind of women, you know.
He Americanized.
He's Americanized now because he wants to lay with or deal with Black American women like that are born here. That's where we're from, and you know, traditionally the color of our skin, we're Black. So I mean, I don't say African American either because I've never been there. I know about it, but I can't say that. Oh yeah, I'm African American. Like I came here from Africa and then grew up here, and then I'm deriving to America. Like
no, I hear you. It's a mind fuck for sure.
Yeah,
but
I feel like I agree with Steph. I say I'm Black, but
I think it was put in place to like as like to tell people off. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, you a nigga, you don't believe it. I was born here in America type shit, and I'm an African American. Like,
yeah,
you know what I'm saying? I just feel like it was some type of defense shit. I don't know.
I know. Black and white in this country, I think, as far as I understand it, was a method to kind of kill slave rebellion back in the day, right? Because you had a lot of white slaves early on in slavery, and you had Black slaves.
Yeah.
And when those rebellions got out of hand, they had to figure out a way to divide and conquer. So you tell them they're white, they're like us. These guys are Black. Separate them, and then you make the white slaves overseers. Right,
yes.
you just divided the rebellion.
Yes.
You know what I'm saying?
They're the original house slaves, basically. Right. You move them up a little bit, you give them a better job.
You elevate them, give them status.
You're still below us.
Give them status, and you give them power over these people. You know what I mean? So I think that's where that originated from. But.
Yeah, and I think they stuck with it, and over time they just tried to.
Y'all supervisors in training.
You feel me?
Facts.
Shout out to our local historian Steph.
Yeah. That's good.
I read a little bit, you know.
8,000 books a year.
8,000 books a year, nigga. And I run a 447.
You know what I'm saying?
That's great.
I run a 447.
I could probably run a 447 right now.
You probably could.
So what do y'all tell y'all kids though to identify as?
I tell my kids we Black.
I say we Black too, but if they get older and decide that this is mom said that I'm Black and I'm not Black and I'm whatever else, I can't change that.
My children are the definition of African American.
I was about to say, Steph actually
the definition of African American.
Yes. Steph's kids
There's
are 100% African American.
Right.
Their mother is from Africa.
Could they be African
Their father
Black?
is American.
Or Black African.
Black African. They could be Black African.
Yeah.
Yep.
They don't got, you know what I'm saying? Shit.
I'm about to get that tatted.
Black
African.
Nah,
You're not a
I'm
Black
a Black
African.
African.
I don't. That wouldn't make any sense though. Can't be. Yeah.
No, he identifies as Black.
What are you, Paul?
And they African.
I'll be in my case. I'll be Black British.
Is that a thing?
I mean, I'm a Black guy from
I've never heard.
United Kingdom. Yeah, I mean, as far as people talking, they they say I'm Black British. I mean, I'm West Indian.
They wouldn't say you're Black European.
Nah. I mean, if you, as far as a whole, am I European? Am I versus American? Yeah, I'm European.
Take the U off and just BK.
What?
You found from the UK, you BK.
BK. Blood killer?
Nick about to whoop your ass.
You ain't doing that, whoa.
You got your scarf on? That bandana on? What's we talking about here?
But yeah, I would probably say Black British. Black British. You know, parents are West Indian, and
Black British.
that's it. Yeah, you know.
Okay.
Yeah.
But it's interesting though, because like when y'all use these terms like Americanized, something like as a foreigner, sometimes I think like, when did I become Americanized? Because for the longest, you know, you leave the house, you know, remember you're not American. Then I look at my parents and say, well, I'm noticing you guys are now getting McDonald's for us, right? Pizza, right? Which I didn't have till like maybe 6th, 7th grade. You know what I mean? So it's just interesting, like trying to find like that. Who do you associate yourself with?
I remember one time me and you had an argument about that. Remember? I was like, man, you're basically American now, bro.
Right.
You refused to accept. You was like, no, I'm British.
Yeah.
I'm with you. You're British. You were born
Yeah.
there, but you've been here for
Right.
so long
Absolutely.
that at this point you are
Absolutely.
basically American. But
Yeah.
your roots 100%.
but I'm Americanized.
Right,
You know what I'm
100%.
saying?
Yeah. That's what we defer. I was
That's the difference,
basic. I was trying to give you the title of American. You're right. When it comes down to it, technically you're Americanized.
Yeah.
But
Oh, yeah,
You've
totally.
been here for so long. Like Hermona's was saying, she's been here for so long that you're basically yes, your origins are here. This is where you originally came from, but you're basically one of us at this point.
No, for sure. I don't know. I think, you know, it's a challenge for me because, you know, obviously I still I'm in contact with my family back home, and so principles, there's
Yeah.
certain things that I felt like they set the stage for me
Well,
from a child to now. I just feel like those are like English.
that and when you see
You know
your
what I'm
parents,
saying?
it's not like they don't have an accent. You know what I'm saying?
That
Like, I mean,
too,
like,
yeah.
you know what I mean? Like, when you go home,
Yeah,
like,
right.
That's
so
the
you-
difference too.
you can
Yeah,
go from saying somebody's
absolutely.
mom to all of a sudden it's mom again. You know what I mean?
Right.
Like, it's a
Bro,
clicker.
I was speaking to my cousin Bernadette. She lives in Mount Vernon, up top.
That's an old name. How old is she?
That's my aunt's
She's
name.
like probably 60. No, my bad. She's probably like 70.
Yeah, so she's older. Yeah.
Yeah,
like Gertrude.
but- yeah.
Gertrude.
What if she was like 22?
That'd have been hilarious.
That's terrible.
That's like Margaret.
I mean, but look at Bernice.
Bernice.
Nah.
She 40 something.
Bernice?
I mean, shit. She's
That
still,
name is an old name. That's my grandmother's
She's on the
name.
borderline.
Bernice is an old
She
name.
like 50. She ain't 50 something though.
But she looked like she's 20.
Yeah, that's different. But, yeah,
But anyway.
her
No,
her
but that's
year
an
she
old
was
name,
born.
though.
The year she was born, it was acceptable for Bernice.
Mm.
I guess
I think
you're
so.
right.
Yeah.
Nah, but I was just saying though, when I was speaking to her yesterday, I haven't spoke to her in a minute. Like, her accent came in and it made me, bring in my accent, whatever. So it's just, it's just interesting. Like you're saying, when you go back home and you speak to people from your town or whatever, like how you just, you adjust, and it's like, well, who am I? You know what I'm saying? Like,
What makes you speak in that accent when you're around us?
what that it just comes out.
He just watched Top Boy.
Nah, man. I hate when people say that. One time when Top Boy first came out, I was in the city, right? And I was like, oi to somebody. I can hear him eavesdrop. They were like, oh, this nigga just finished watching Top Boy. And I felt so offended. I said, what? Like, oh, and I couldn't say nothing. Obviously.
Fuck off, wanker.
I'm like, all right, I'm just going to eat that one. But I'm just like, man, like, But that offends me. Don't
Is
say
that
that,
the
man.
hootie who up there?
That offends me, man. But hold on, check it though, right? So, Steph, you sent me this, right? Fivio Foreign, is that the name? The video?
yeah.
He's got a new video with a little white dude rapping.
What's the white dude's name?
I don't even know.
Mabu or
I don't
something.
even
It's
know.
the dude. You know who it is?
I didn't even listen to the song.
Me neither.
Now, have y'all seen that white dude before?
Well, I seen some like Italian mob looking nigga in the video.
Just be his
that his-
fame. No, his fame came from he was the one who did the song with Christian Rock against Blueface.
Oh.
Gotcha.
Right after Blueface separated,
yeah,
he was the
yeah,
white boy.
yeah,
yeah,
It's the same
word.
white boy. It's
Oh.
Mabu or Mabu.
That's
or some shit.
crazy,
That's the
'cause
same white boy. I
his
just wanted to-
persona
he
look-
has a little bit of fame.
His
so.
persona was completely different.
Okay.
Like my man was on like some hood shit.
Yeah.
Like,
Same
and
white
it
boy.
looked authentic. Like and the song kind of dope. I ain't gonna hold you. The way to put it together, like
Supposedly he be having the tool on.
Yeah,
Well,
the
same white
joint-
boy, but
the-
I'm sorry,
the
continue.
joint-
Yeah, I
the
just
joint
wanted
look
to, he has a
crazy.
little bit of fame with Fivio and Mabu, I think his name is.
yeah, but there's a lyric where he's about to say the N word, right? And
Yeah.
Fabio puts his hand on his mouth, like,
Yeah.
nah, I'm gonna say it for you, whatever. Which is again, I thought it was clever. It was dope. But the use of the N word by a white guy in this modern age, is it does it blow you, or it's like, whatever, my nigga, do you?
I was whatever, my nigga.
Yeah.
Do you?
Do you?
Go ahead, Nick.
No, I don't feel like they can say it.
Okay.
Period.
Okay. So if a white dude, because I got to give a scenario, right? White dude grows up in the hood, you know what I'm saying? From birth, my nigga, in the projects, knee deep, right? You don't think like he has any, leeway,
I mean,
like
we know
no
a few.
pass?
We know a few.
But it's a question though.
No,
Why not?
that's not. That's still like if they grew up in the hood and they're around us, they should know what the word means.
Yeah, but
And
if
they know
we're
how to say
using it as whatever,
That's
with no
'cause they not us.
true, okay.
What do you identify as?
Uh-oh.
But you're not a nigga though.
Shit.
That's where I'm going with
See,
it.
that's
I'm
crazy.
not, so it don't
You're
bother
not
me.
but see, if we won't play in words and not even play semantics, my nigga. By definition, you a nigga
righteous.
has nothing to do with being black.
Niggas gonna get righteous.
No, nobody's
it's, it's a word of endearment. You know, like
But does that define who you are? Are you an enduring nigga? Were you born enduring?
what?
No. In other words, you were born black, right? You wasn't born a nigger.
That's a title.
I'm
And
just
that's
saying.
That's just a word.
I understand what you're saying, but that reason, I just can't. I can't eat that, my nigga. Like,
I mean, shit.
I don't think I'm a nigga. If a nigga said nigga, I'm not gonna say, oh yeah, that's me.
I don't
Fuck
think
it.
a
Nah,
nigga's call
fuck
me.
that.
When a nigga say, "What's up, dog?" I don't think I'm a dog neither.
Who?
Nigga, aroo.
You know what I'm saying? so,
But these
shit.
words are used in so many different ways.
So yeah,
Hold on,
shit.
get everybody, Marvelous, what you take? Get everybody take real quick.
Those
Dig in.
nigga, dog, nigga, it's used other ways. Now, when I was a little younger,
Can a white boy use
No,
that
yeah,
word?
can a white boy use the N-word?
when I was younger, that was offensive to me. Now, I'm gonna be honest with you, it's not offensive to me because I don't care. Like, He say nigga, he gonna say nigga. If I say white boy, Caucasian, nigga, then that's what you are. Like, in my mind, if I'm gonna say it, I'm gonna say it. I'm not saying that there's other people that just have a different opinion. My opinion is, I don't care. It's a word. It doesn't define me. To me, it doesn't define us as a race. But people that take offense to it feel like that defines us as a race of people.
No doubt.
It don't.
So you out and about, you cooling, you at I don't know, at the casino. What's the joint in Maryland called? What happened?
Maryland Live.
You know what I'm saying? And, you know,
Right.
there's a bunch of white people, young boys, interacting with each other, and they're using the N-word. Now,
Listen,
That's different.
let me tell you something. That don't bother me. What bothers me is if you try to make it direct to me to offend me.
Got you. I hear you.
That's the bother. Like,
Yeah,
you
and that's
saying
respect.
that,
I respect
you
that.
just a nigga.
Yeah. Nigga.
I know why you're using it that way by saying that to me. So yeah, now I'm offended.
So it's the context, excuse me.
Yeah.
No, I hear
it
you.
makes it worse that you not black, I guess, but now you want to say that and make that the point when you guys were the first ones to try to call us niggers. So I see where it's coming from, the place it's coming from. But if it's a whole bunch of little white kids and they walking by and they like, yeah, what up, my nigga? It's funny to me because it's like, what are you doing? Just stay in your lane. It's cool. But like that,
That's
all right,
not
that's your
acceptable
thing.
either.
That's what you want to say. You want to say, I'm not going to go and press them out. I'm just not going to because for what? What does that do to me? What does it do for me to press somebody out for saying
I
it?
feel you. I feel you.
Don't do nothing for me. It don't enhance my life. That's how you feel. That's how you feel. Just don't bring it to me personally in a way to offend me.
I got you.
Yeah.
I got you.
It's a case by case basis. I mean, some niggas got to pass. Like in that scenario, a group of white kids, like we got to give you the pass, right? We got to be cool with you saying around us,
Right.
Like a group of white kids saying amongst themselves. I'm not okay with that. But if one of them happen to just be hanging with us and we good with it, then yeah, you can say it. Like I don't have an issue with Rim saying the word nigga.
But Rim is not like
He's not white.
like for real. I've met Rim's father.
He's not a total white. You're not a total white.
No, it's different.
Man.
It's different than
I can tell.
You know what I'm saying?
I
I don't want to name drop, but it's different. It's
around.
different than Nick Mack was saying it or Mike is saying it.
100%.
You know what I'm saying? And yeah, but Rim saying it is you know what I'm saying, like, or even Alex Irma, keep it a buck. He grew up in Alexandria projects with a bunch of niggas.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? But it's I don't know. It's different.
So Alex can say it?
No.
Okay.
Oh.
Paul, what you take?
Sorry.
On the words? All right.
These
So
are Rim's
last, 'cause-
actions.
I'm just going to say this,
No.
right?
It'll spark up the rest of it.
Growing up in London,
Yeah.
you don't hear the N-word. So when I first came to America, I didn't hear the N-word until, started like mingling. Because when I first came here, people wasn't saying it. Like when I grew up with these guys. Nobody was saying the N-word like that I recall. I saw it in the movies, you know what I'm saying? But I don't, like growing up, I just wasn't using that word. But me, I'm like the worst person when it comes to like these questions because I come from a place where everyone's mixed. So the language, everyone speaks the same. And it's endearment. It's, you understand it more. Over here, if I know someone's from a certain part and because of their environment, you are who you hang with. So if you're using the N-word and I know there's a story behind it, then it is what it is. I know the difference between like Marvis was saying where it's being offensive versus you just casually saying it just because it's coming out of an emotion.
Right.
But again, like Remy or anyone that's mixed, whatever, if your dad's black or your mom's black and that's how you grew up, it is what it is. I'm not gonna fault you for that, my
Spanish
nigga.
people too.
Straight.
Yeah.
Spanish people too.
Like
but
Drake is half white.
yeah, and his dad's a straight Negro. You know what I'm saying? Like it is what it is. I don't know. Again, I'm the wrong person when it comes to that because that's just weird to me.
If that word was a part of your upbringing, then
Yeah, so be it.
no,
That's the difference too. Yeah.
I think for me, from my standpoint, because I'm mixed race, if you will. But 90% of the time, I identify as a white person. You know what I'm saying? If the random person asks me on the street, you hear me joke all the time about being white and blah blah blah. But in my heart of hearts, my people know that I'm technically 75-25. My dad is actually half white, so you know what I'm saying. He's only a portion black. And we technically don't even know who the fuck his dad is. This is all DNA based. But if you go to my ancestry DNA right now, it's got, I think the exact percentage is like 23% straight from Africa. You know what I'm saying? So like my mom, as an example, has no African in her whatsoever. She's 100% white. So it shows that I do have that. The easiest answer for this is if you got to explain yourself as a white person, at any point in time, you got to explain why you're using the N-word. You should not be using the fucking word.
right.
right? And I can take myself as a personal example. I've been in the Jacks in Alexandria around a gang of people I don't know, but I felt comfortable at the time because I had one person, let's just say I had Steph with me, so I had one person with me that knew me. So I'm talking to a dude that I don't know this Bama from a grain of salt, but we having a conversation, blah, blah, blah. And I said, yeah, and the nigga did this, and immediately he stopped and just looked at me with this face. Steph had to catch him. This is at Mike's house in Alexandria.
Where
Mike had to catch him and be like, yo, nah, trust me, he good, da-da-da-da. He was like, oh, all right, da-da-da. I'm about to say, like, it was all about to be a whole scenario. And that's why I kind of learned that lesson. It was like, if you have to explain yourself, if I have to put my scenario in a situation where I have to be like, well, technically, I'm 23% black, so I'm allowed to say.
I see what you're saying.
I shouldn't be saying that.
Right.
In the situation with a group of all white people, it depends on the genuineness. You know what I'm saying? Like Nick was saying, if you're from the hood, and I can tell that, and I can feel that vibe, and your words and the way you're speaking, I can tell. Versus a John Smith that grew up in North Arlington and just happened to be here. Yo, what's good, my nigga? Like, nah, son. Like that's not genuine. That's not you. You trying to force that in there.
You trying to be cool. You just want to say the word. Right.
It still regardless don't really fly. Like like I said, I know your back. I know your family. Like so, I know you got black in you. So you not. You know what I'm saying? If it's different. Like. It's a white dude at my job that I can tell he's from Del Rey, nigga. Like he's from that. You could just tell his demeanor,
right?
But he better not say that shit.
So what?
I mean,
like real shit.
So what percent black do you have to be for it to be acceptable?
Right.
Like if Rim is 25% black and it's okay for him to say it, like what's the cutoff? Like can I be 10% black? Is it cool if I say it then?
I mean, or you gotta have a black grandma.
Oh my God!
I bet your grandma, she's black.
Yeah, she black, so that make you black.
So and so.
Yeah, you was rocked as an infant by a black.
I feel like it's just a pass in whatever circle you moving in. Like you were in a situation, you said it, you didn't have a pass from that circle to say that word.
Nah.
Right? But
right. They look at my skin tone and identify me as white. So when they hear it come out my mouth, now I've also been in scenario. I've been in another scenario in the city where the exact same shit happened, and his man pulled up. Literally, the dude he was with, they was about to try to take my earring, and I called him. I was like, "You don't have to take it from me." He was like, "You just called me a nigga." Called his man over. His man come over. He's like, "Bruh, nah, he good, Joe. I don't even know, and I don't know either of these people, but he could just tell off the vibe. He was like, he good."
But
like,
I mean, what does it do
for
the person? That's where I'm trying to get a clarification, an understanding that like it's a word. Do you identify as that? You know what I'm saying? Like, just because somebody says it says it. If it offends you, you know, in a way of it's directly offending you. Like, I don't think it should be that serious. Like, what does it do for you say this white person that's randomly around, like, yeah, man, that nigga said da-da-da, and they're not 25% black. So now I gotta pull up on you and snatch your shoes because you was disrespectful and said nigga, like that don't make sense to me.
You get smacked real quick.
But that don't make sense for what? What does that do for you? But what does that do for you? What did you get out of that?
Defending his ancestors.
It doesn't matter because now at the same time he can still say it again around a whole other group of people. Like it doesn't make sense.
If he press charges, that's you should be saying it anyway.
Now you got charges pressed on you. You getting all this shit broke down on you for what? Over a word? That was created by, that we use as a term of endearment, that was created by no one that looks like us.
Well, not
that makes
really.
no sense, bro.
Yeah, true. But if I'm not,
that's crazy. That's crazy to me.
But I believe Niger is an axe, and it does describe the color of people.
Right,
like Niger. You know what I'm saying?
But it was used at first.
They just mispronounced
to be against us. It wasn't used as a term of endearment. We just kind of wove it into
as far as the West using it, yes. But as far as the origin, I believe Niger always has depicted a dark tone.
It has depicted a dark tone, but who started calling us that?
I believe
not each other. We wasn't saying, "Oh, I'm going over there to see nigga because he black." Like no, that shit was not. That was not.
I would have to do some research.
We took the word that they were giving us and tried to make it better, like the same way as eating chitlins and soul food. we
Nigga
took what
food.
you gave me and we gonna dress it up and make it better.
No, I'm not contesting.
Saying the word
I'm not
and your
contesting.
earring stole or your shoe stole because you said the word, that don't even make sense.
Yeah, but you should still never put yourself in a situation where
I
you
get
gotta
that.
explain yourself.
I get
Like,
that.
you-
No, I get that 100% what
And,
you're saying.
and for me, it's a little different because I could, try to pull my card and argue that I have a little bit. But if you're like 100% white person, and even if you grew up
I
in
get
the
it.
hood, like you can't just put yourself around 8 black people that you don't know and be like, "Yo, what's
Facts.
good, my nigga?"
Yeah,
Like,
absolutely.
son,
I
nah, that's
hear
not-
it.
that-
I hear it would look kind of weird,
That
but
looks
I get
weird.
it.
Like
but
he wasn't being
Right.
offensive, but it's you. Like I'm big on like people who talk shit about people to code switch. I think code switching is less code switching and more catering to your audience.
Mm-hmm.
It's not you doing it for this. It's because if I come around a bunch of white people and I'm like, "Yo, what's good, my nigga?"
necessary.
They uncomfortable. It's one weird. They don't even understand half the terms I'm using.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So it's not code switching. I'm still myself, but
it's called etiquette. It's not
There you
code
go.
switch. It's called etiquette.
Yeah, well,
It's
people, a lot of people
when
would
you
call
go
that
to when you
code
go to
switch.
when you go to a nice restaurant, nigga, you do not have
A lot of people would
sit
say you're
down,
code
you take
switching
your
and
hat
not
off.
being yourself.
You don't
Right.
sit at the table with your hat on.
A lot of people would say you're
that
code
shit.
switching and not being yourself.
Nah,
when
I
you do
wouldn't
that.
say. I wouldn't say it's etiquette.
It's called
I would-
adapting and proper etiquette, yo. Like
But no, I wouldn't even say etiquette. I think because etiquette is more actions, right? Even though you're speaking, but phonetically, the way that you're pronouncing words and whatever, that's code switching. When you at work, you don't use the N word. You don't, yo, what's good, my nigga?
Right.
Hey, good morning. How are you? Right.
not y'all niggas don't.
you get a slight dap to know that I mean.
In my job, I say pause and all that shit. My, in the meeting, we have a big meeting every morning.
depends- I guess it
If
depends on your
if my
position.
goddamn my manager come out and say this shit all the time, and I say it all the
Serious?
time. He said, such and such, let me grab y'all at the end of this. Like, nigga, pause.
You say nigger?
Yeah, I tell us.
Well, hey, you a different
I
type of
think
nigga.
it's different jobs.
Yeah,
that
you
they
would
can
different
do
type
that.
of nigga.
You can say it's different things at different
go see
jobs
Angela,
and
you
positions,
go-
but certain things
go to
you
the
don't
office?
say, and I get it.
I'm gonna send to HR for that one.
I think it's. I
And
think
sometimes you can just get an eye to a person like a.
You
I know
send
in my
you
job,
send
the
to
black
HR
people,
for,
we just
for
kind of give each
saying,
other the
let
look
me
like,
grab you niggas.
I
real
don't
That's
know,
the
man.
nigga.
I
We
think-
just don't say it.
I think at the bottom line for me, like I think it's all survival. If I'm a white guy and I'm around a bunch of black people and I say the N word, it might be like a survival tactic. Like, look, I just want.
Yeah, I mean,
I just
you
want
know.
to fit in. I don't want to seem like I'm the op. Let y'all
And
know that I'm
that's
with
the-
y'all.
That's the thing. That's the thing.
You know what I mean?
wanting to
Like,
fit in, man.
yeah. I mean,
I think also what it is too, man. And like not to prolong it and shit, because I know we got some other shit to get into. But at the end of the day, like we have this perception of white people have a sense of entitlement.
yeah, I feel
You know
you.
what I'm saying? So them saying that right there make them feel like, then I can say what the fuck I,
I could-
want to
yeah, I-
say.
I could do that
They
too.
ain't do
I could
nothing.
do
You know
that
what I'm
too.
saying?
I can
Type
hear
of
what you're
thing.
saying on
You know
that
what I'm
end.
saying? Like for real. So
Okay.
you know.
Yeah, no, I agree. And you don't
Still
have
don't
to
bother
be.
me.
You don't have to be pro-black to receive that. I think you're right. Like because of the history
But
of
see,
the word, the
being
association.
pro-black, it's hard to be pro-black from where we from. We come from an area where it's a mixing bowl. I feel like the Caucasians was the fucking minorities in our school.
Yeah, but yeah, but I don't know. To me, when I think of pro-black, it's about me knowing my history.
Unless you went to Yorktown.
Yeah, that too.
I mean, I did get into a fight with a girl for saying that to me, but like I said, I was much younger.
What, saying the N-word?
Yeah, but she said it in an offensive way.
Yeah.
Like
Yeah,
I already
I mean,
got
that's one
sent. I already
thing.
got sent out of class because we already got to getting to each other. She comes to the pencil sharpener with no pencil but a pen, and she says to me, standing in the hallway, "Yeah, stay in the hallway, nigga."
Yeah.
Oh yeah, well you can whoop her.
Yeah, and I
You
had
can
to.
whoop her.
And that's a real story.
I mean,
skank,
The
nigga.
people that do know that, that's a real story.
Did
but
you win?
I took offense to that.
Nah, I feel you.
But if she would have just been in that classroom saying it, I probably would have still gave her the like kind of side look, like, "What are you trying to do? Fit in?" But I took offense to it.
You lost the fight too. She smashed her head against the pencil
No.
sharpener.
No. She got
I
dragged
feel
down
like
the hallway.
if you one of them people that gotta ask why can't I say the word, then you shouldn't be saying the fucking word.
Word. That's a fact.
Word.
Yeah.
Feel you.
That's what I'm saying. Yeah, if you gotta explain yourself.
If you gotta
What you
ask,
said,
well,
Ram.
why? How come we can't say it? That's
Yeah.
exactly.
There
That's
you
why.
go.
That's why you can't say
That's
it.
why.
Nah, but that girl, she knew she
That's
couldn't
why.
Fact that
say
you
it.
That's
gotta
She
why.
said
ask
it.
is why
right.
you can't say it.
Yeah.
Or the ones that I got black friends.
Right.
That's
You can't
right.
say
You know
it.
what I'm
That's
saying?
a little much.
Right.
Because you're
Why you
not
gotta
saying
tell
it because it's who you
Yeah, you
are.
gotta
You're
tell
saying
me
it just because it's an
you got
itch
black
you want to
friends.
scratch.
So why do we use the N-word then? Why do we use the word nigga? Like, what does it do for you when you use that word?
Nothing. There's nothing.
Right. So why are we so against when other people use it? I mean, because just for sake of discussion, I'm just so baffled because I understand the history, but like we use it so loosely, right? That we challenge other people, other races when they say it. Like, I can't believe you said that, bro. You just offended me.
It's not other races.
Right. What you mean other
There's
races?
only one race, my nigga.
bro, respectfully, if the Latino community started using that word,
They do.
they do, right? And I've been called a nigger by a Latino, which was caused a riot.
You say it so proper.
He does.
Yeah.
You say it so proper. So you offended me.
You didn't grow up on it.
Said it made it sound like you used the ER.
That's when you found offended. That's the offended part.
me.
But that's ER completely. It's not even.
But no.
ER is not in the conversation.
Yeah, no.
Because you got my nigga.
But that's what we're talking about.
You got nigga, please.
No,
You got, like, it's different ways you say
talking about A.
it. You know.
We're talking. Okay, cool.
I
But
thought we was talking about A this whole time.
I mean, we all talking about A, but
That's what I was saying about it.
ER is a different word.
That's what I was
ER is a different word.
saying.
Even if you said you were nigga versus you were nigga, whatever, right? It's hard contingent upon the person's aggression, right?
Well, no, if anyone calls you any form of that, but again, it depends on how you say it. Like,
Right, and you still ain't said.
Well, how did the Spanish person say it to you?
Or nigga.
Right.
That caused a riot.
Of the-
How did they say it that caused a riot?
My man can't get the ER out of shit.
I wish Manny was here, but he was like something. He was like something. You nigga, right? But it wasn't like he said.
No,
it was,
yeah, right. In that
like
context,
you could tell in his demeanor and at that time, like the kind of like
The rapper you talking about?
not huh?
You talking about the rapper that was talking about it?
No.
This
he's
was
talking
a
about
situation.
in
This was a situation.
Okay.
But I could tell where they were from. Like it was different. Like
if you put the word "you" in front of either A or ER, it's offensive.
Mm-hmm.
You, nigga, or nigger is easily
Yeah.
offensive.
yeah.
So if you put the word "you" in front of it, that's
It's different.
I
that
got you.
cancels out the word period. That comes,
Yeah.
I mean, that comes from a black person. Like,
Yeah.
Because you
no
got
doubt.
so many different ways of saying, like, what's up, nigga? Oh,
Right.
yeah, that's my nigga. Or nigga.
yeah, whatever. Not you,
Like,
nigga. But
yeah.
Whoa.
Or you be like, nigga.
Whoa.
And then it makes people laugh. It's just certain ways you use it.
I mean, I hear you. I mean, at this point,
We don't say nigger.
I wish it was a word we could do away with, but it's just part of my vernacular.
It'll never
also,
be on.
what you saying? I could. One of y'all niggas could do some crazy shit.
You see what you said?
Y'all niggas could do some crazy shit, right? I'd be like, damn, you such a nigga. But it wouldn't come off offensive, but with the
No.
word "you" in front of it.
Right.
Yeah, that's.
Or
know
that's
what I'm saying?
nigga
Even
business.
still, a motherfucker gonna be
You,
like,
you
really?
want some nigga shit.
Yeah, but
Like,
even then,
you know what I'm
even then,
saying?
motherfucker gonna be like, oh,
Yeah.
see?
But then we
Okay.
still know you mean it differently.
Exactly.
Yeah, I feel you.
Exactly.
Still a
we know what you
distinction.
meant. We know what you
Right.
meant.
Amongst the community.
But how about this? Look, so
The
look,
tribe.
quick.
The nigga tribe.
I have to say this right before we go to the
Homeworks.
this week's homework, right?
Uh-huh.
But when we first brought this up many times ago, or whatever, right? I had a situation at work where a coworker of mine, female, white lady, who's hella cool from Baltimore, whatever, calls me to complain about a call that she took. She works in compliance, and she's describing the person's character, what she was doing on the phone, blah 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 blah. She was like, "Man, I feel like I can say this to you, Paul," but she was acting just like a nigga, right?
Then that's
feel like I
offense.
said-
Now
Yeah.
feel me,
You see?
feel me,
That's different.
but feel me though. But feel
Context
me.
is everything.
But the context supports how she was acting, which is how we use it as well. Man, you acting like a nigga, right? It's not about black.
You don't get the pass for that one.
Now I'm not saying she had a pass because it triggered me, but I understood where she was coming from. It wasn't like she was calling a person a nigga, as in, a Negro
She
or
would
a
have
black
been better
person.
off saying ghetto.
No, she better off say yo.
You know what's so crazy? For me, ghetto is, I hate that word. I hate when people be like, "Oh, you live in the hood or you live in the ghetto." You're just saying because it's probably a predominantly black neighborhood.
Yeah.
No.
Or when they say your people.
Usually, your association with the word ghetto is definitely based on how you're acting.
I feel you.
But it's describing a neighborhood that's predominantly black, and I hate that.
You're right.
And that drives me crazy.
But it's also
you have plenty of affluent neighborhoods that's predominantly black.
it's also white ghettos too.
That's the word.
But they don't look at that
They're
first.
called
though.
trailer parks.
Yeah, they don't. But they don't look at that first.
It's all Fredericksburg.
No.
I know you lying.
Shout out to Fredericksburg.
Wait, wasn't the ghettos
called
designed for the
Methazone.
Jews back in the day?
Like
Wasn't where the word ghetto comes from?
I don't know. Thank you for telling me.
Yeah, there's no association with the blacks.
Local historian Paul.
Yeah.
But whatever, right?
Yeah.
I'm just saying, like, I'd rather move the word ghetto than nigga. I
I
hate
feel
that
you.
word,
I
bro.
feel you.
I hate that word
Yeah.
ghetto. That shit drives me nuts.
Yeah, but your coworker was out of pocket though.
Yeah.
definitely.
Yeah, but I'm
Definitely.
just saying, like, we use that word to describe certain people's character
And why does she feel comfortable with saying that to you?
because me and her have a rapport.
I get it.
Yeah.
Yeah, no.
I felt a kind of way. But
She's the one that would say, "Well, I got black friends."
Right.
And you that black friend.
But I can say that though.
Yeah.
I mean, it is what
right.
it is, man. But hey, man,
Say man.
yo, let's get into this week's homework.
Yes,
I think this was your selection, right, Ron?
Yeah. I took a look at the list.
yeah.
Actually, I added it to the list, so it's a
Well,
little bit of all of the above.
Somebody
All of the
referred it, right?
No, this
this
one was
was
not
yours.
this was in my. I added it to
Okay.
our running list of albums, and I happened to pick it because we was in crunch time.
What's the name of the album?
K.O.N.Y. K.O.N.Y by Smoke DZA.
Right.
Right.
It's a classic in my opinion. I really like the album. It's got a lot of good features. It got a lot of good samples. I got a little God, I can't even get my words together. A lot of good movie clip quotes, if you will, on the joint. Beats is crazy on there. Jones a classic album for me.
So this is 2012.
2012.
Let's try to kind of let's paint that picture,
ASAP
right?
Rocky. time.
ASAP Rocky. Who we got?
Yeah, this is that whole Jet Life.
Jet Life,
Big
Currency,
Crit.
Post Malone, right? Too. I think.
White House
2012.
might have been out, but maybe not. I don't know.
Big Chip.
Yeah,
King
well, I feel you. It
King
might have
Rip.
been the Iverson 3. His might have just
White
came
Iverson,
out.
yeah, White Iverson.
Yeah,
Chip the Rip, aka King Chip.
Yeah, King Chip. Yeah.
What's my
My man Fat Trail on the
Trail on
album.
the
Absol
album.
on the album.
Oh, yeah.
ASAP 12.
And the guys, the Denton, Aldo, and them low.
Yeah, about to
you
say
know what I'm
Paul's
saying?
man Aldo.
shout out to the BX.
Yeah,
That's all.
Yeah.
Let's
Joey
see.
Badass.
If I'm looking at the track list, my favorites would probably be there's a little run right there in the middle, 789. Gotham fucking City with Joey Badass. Fish Tank, and then Diamond with Absol. That little run right there is crazy. As well as JFK, the intro, K.O.N.Y, K.O.N.Y, and lastly, the Still On with Fat Trail. We actually got to see that live.
Yeah.
Me and Nick did when we went to go see Smoke DZA. Fat Trail pulled up and did his one too.
Yeah.
It's a classic album for me.
Currency was on that joint too, wasn't he?
On that show? No, not on that show.
Not that
No,
show?
that was
Okay.
just Smoke DZA show.
Smoke DZA show.
Yep.
Right, yeah.
How'd y'all get into well, I guess for you, Ram, how'd you get into Smoke DZA?
Shit, I ain't even gonna lie to you. I don't recall. It's probably from that whole era, just that whole weed. It was like weed
Smokers
smoking
Club?
shit.
2010.
We went to that. What was the name of that?
The first Smokers Club joint. We went
Smoker
to.
Club joint. It was Freddie Gibbs, Smoke DZA, Big Crit,
and then
and
it was just
somebody else
opening up.
Yeah, it was somebody else to open up. All
and shit.
three of them perform. I went with Nick and his man Lalo. We went up that joint, and that was probably one of the first times I saw Smoke DZA. But it was just during that whole weed smoking era, that whole weed smoking music. Wiz Khalifa,
Wiz
that whole
Khalifa,
era, you know what I mean?
Yeah. By far one of the best freshman covers then too. But yeah, this album is might be my least favorite Smoke DZA album.
Crazy.
I got good moments, but this time, just listening to it, going back and listening to it, it really didn't age well to me.
Really?
Nah.
Okay.
Still On was still hit. You know what I'm saying? Listen to that joint, like Still On with Fat Trail was fire. Just seeing that in person was fire. You know what I'm saying? Like I think you still got the footage. Don't
Yeah,
you?
still, absolutely.
On the first, like iPhone 3,
Something.
iPhone 4, some shit
Some
like
old
that.
phone.
Yeah. Bestseller. I think my nigga Ski Beats did that beat. Bestseller was fire. Gotham City. Fish Tank, Diamond. Don't Fuck Around with the Crew. King. Like, yeah. So this like I got other favorites from DZA. Like his first joint, George Kush the Button. That was 2010. That was the wave. Like that's when I got hip to DZA. And I went to that album for DZA just because I heard him on Big Crits, the et cetera, et cetera. You know what I'm saying? Then you hit him on Wheaties and shit like that.
Wheaties, yeah.
You know what I'm saying? On what was it?
72 Dolphins.
What was that joint? That was DZA. I mean, it was Currency's joint. Yeah, the first Pilot Talk. But DZA's, I got to meet DZA. DZA cool people, yo. You know what I'm saying? They said like Lalo was linked up with him on Raw Papers and shit like that. So Johnny Snipes and Shice Bubs and all those niggas from Harlem and shit. I actually gone up there to shoot a video with him that he was featured on with Lalo and shit like that. Was up on the block. Every time DZA came to the town for the Smokers Club tour, we up in Silver Spring at the Fillmore, and you know what I'm saying, he running through Polo down Georgetown. He loved fucking polo, like everything. So
Rugby
game, yeah.
all that shit. Rugby Thompson. You know what I'm saying?
Rugby's over with.
After Nucky
Long gone.
after Nucky
Nigga
Thompson.
nut.
Yeah, Rugby Thompson. But yeah, this was my least favorite DZA joint. Yeah, so I can still do without this joint though, for real.
No, I can dig it.
Sad.
What's your take? Marvelous?
So I'm gonna come from a different point of view. because I didn't know who he was
Mhm.
like that. So what I did was I just kind of like did an overview of who he is and kind of get a point of view of who this guy is. So I figured out he's of course born in February, but he was born in Harlem Hospital in New York. He lived there all his life, and he is a son of 2 Guyanese immigrants.
119 in Morningside.
He was exposed to music very young by his father and fell in love with hip hop at a young age, and he grew up listening and emulating like Jay-Z and Biggie. After he dropped out of high school, his career began as a battle rapper.
Yep.
And he battled fellow Harlem-based rapper J.R. Ryder. DZA decided to go with the moniker after the influence of Chris Tucker. So that smoke part comes from Smoky Friday.
Okay.
And then the acronym for DZA is Dream Zone Achieve.
Yep.
Right? So he was discovered by Johnny Shipes.
Johnny Shipes.
Shipes?
Yeah,
Okay, I had that wrong, the way I pronounced it.
I got you.
And then he went on to ghostwrite for a lot of people like High Tech, which I know who High Tech is.
Yeah.
In 2002, he partnered and became one half of a group called Smoke Numbers until going solo in 2008. Well, I saw this, and then that K.O.N.Y mixed is, to me, I felt like it was more like a mixtape than an album because it was so many tracks on there. But they gave it an album credit, and that acronym is Kings of New York. So that whole thing about taking on a persona as Smokey, I think that was a clever idea about him as a person. As far as the album itself, I think that it was good. I don't know, like I said, I didn't know him, so that's why I did the research. And this is also for the people who don't know him. That's a little tidbit of who this guy is.
Yeah.
But
appreciate the bio.
Local historian.
I gotta give it because
that was
sometimes
crazy.
we
That
talk
was-
about artists that people really don't know who they are, and we
Nah, I
don't get an
can dig
opportunity
it.
to say.
That's
That
love
was
right
like
there.
the beginning of a book report. or
Yeah, it
some shit.
was.
Hey, you got to do it because some people are not going to look it up, and some people might just skip past us completely
I ain't
because they
mad
don't
at
know who we talking about. So, yes, stand up dude. So I appreciate the album. Like I said, it
so
sounded
you
more
know
like
him?
a
You know him?
mixtape. No, I don't know him.
Sister.
Didn't I just
Dream.
said that. That's why I tried to give you the little backstory of what I did find out about the young king.
No doubt,
You know
no
what I'm saying?
doubt. I
The
got
young
you.
king of New York or
And
whatever.
just go ahead, do your thing, Steph, real quick.
Yeah.
You know,
That
before
was,
I get into some more DZA shit.
Shit, I think that was the first time I've ever actually really listened to his music. Definitely the first time I listened to that album. So I don't have no like nostalgic ties to it like y'all got.
Right.
Oh, yeah.
I mean, it was cool. I don't think it was anything on there that I hated in particular. I think what bestseller stood out to me. That's probably the best joint on there.
That
to me.
sample flip is crazy.
Yeah, that joint is fire. What is it? Don't fuck around crew. I fuck with that joint. I mean, everything else was cool. Like I said, nothing I hated, but them were the 2 joints that stood out to me.
Bird.
I don't have the excitement over it like you guys did, but
I think Rim was the only one.
yeah, Rim was,
Nah,
Rim,
I haven't
this
given
Rim shit.
I haven't given my take
Rim
yet.
was boosted.
I thought the album was dope. I mean, I remember when the album dropped.
Thanks.
Has some sonic moves. on it.
Fuckers.
And to me,
Yeah.
I mean, you know, what I would like to say, you guys already said already. As far as that time, what was going on, overall, great album, man. Like, I'm a Smoke DZA fan. So.
Yeah, I'm a DZA fan too, man.
I enjoyed it.
I hope people can go out and listen to some more of his other shit too.
Yeah, I don't check for him frequently.
I do.
But
Yeah, I don't
you
check
know,
for him anymore.
At one time, he was dropping a lot. Like he had that like currency movement going on when he was like dropping every other like 2 weeks to me. But yeah, you know, dope lyrically. Like
like
he's a
like-
beast.
Yeah, like real shit. Like George Kush the Button, the Hustlers catalog, THC, and Rolling Stone. Them 2 right there is great. Rolling Stone got a joint with
Rolling Stone was all right. I remember that.
was
Some
fire,
vaguely.
bro. Because the time I met him, he was actually about to shoot another video for one of the songs off Rolling Stone called Chase the Chicken or some shit. Or Kenny Powers is the song. Yeah. But
He had like a 3-album window for me.
Yeah,
It was,
yeah.
and this was one of them. And this junk just always was a classic to me.
I feel you.
And I
No,
knew
for
Nick
sure.
fucked with Smoke DZA in general, so
Yeah.
do it on the list.
But hold on, hey man,
Say,
man.
someone else just dropped.
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, yeah.
This
definitely.
you know,
A blues for Nina, man.
a blues for Nina.
That joint was like that.
You know, let's get a little
Yeah.
applause for the God and all
That's
that.
dope. That's dope.
You know what I mean, let's talk about that, Playboy.
Yeah, it's just crazy, you know. As sitting back and thinking about it after a while, like right after I started working on this joint, I just started seeing a whole bunch of Love Jones shit, bro.
Right.
It was crazy. Like I seen like Nia Long and just Lorenz Tate. They kind of reconnected on some shit. I seen like this little clips of certain shit. Nia Long is going through what she going through, and then all of a sudden Cameron DMing her, and then he bringing her name up, and then you see her at Rich Paul's joint and all this. You know what I'm saying? It's crazy. You just start seeing pictures and shit going around and shit like that of the project. I mean, of the movie Love Jones, and because I was stuck between this project, it was so jazzy and so like real chill, fitting for the weather. I thought that that like I was thinking between Love Jones and Mo Better Blues. You know what I'm saying? Mo Better Blues is my favorite Spike Lee movie.
Great movie.
So, but when I'm listening to when I'm watching Mo Better Blues and thinking about it, like this shit is toxic as a motherfucker. Niggas is angry as shit. Like I wanted something that was more smooth and shit. So I was like, all right, bet. Like, and just the blues for Nina. Like, and Nia Long is number one for me. She's like, what? Come on, dog.
I will say your cover matches the sound of the jump perfectly.
Right.
Like,
It
and
does.
the title matches it perfectly.
Yeah.
The songs match. I mean, everything. It jumps very melodic. You know what I mean? It's just got a nice chill vibe to it. You said it earlier. You sitting by the fireplace with your lady or something. You got a cigar, maybe a little cup of yak or something.
Red wine.
You know what I mean?
Yeah, it's dope.
Yeah, that's good shit, yo.
Yeah.
Fuck
Thanks,
with it,
man. Thanks. Yeah,
Fuck with that joint.
and
Track
my thing
6
was
crazy.
I didn't want it to become. I didn't want it to be looked at as like a Love Jones conceptual album. You know what I'm saying? I wanted to be just the effects that Nina had on Darius. You know what I'm saying? So that's why I picked the certain clips that I picked. It wasn't just like any Love Jones clip. It's like it had to have either Nina's name in it or Darius talking about Nina. You know what I'm saying? Type of shit. So,
But I mean, it does sound like it could be like the score to the fucking movie, though.
Yeah,
Yes.
I feel
it
you.
definitely
Like,
fits.
it fits like
Yeah.
shit. It makes me want to watch the movie, which is,
Exactly.
Yeah.
you know what I'm saying? That's dope. So I think cheese omelet. What's the jump before cheese omelet?
That's
The
Paul's
Verdun,
joint, ain't it?
the
Von Doom.
Santa
that's
Maria.
it. Yeah. Von Doom, Santa Maria, Yoruba.
Yeah.
Track 6 is my shit. I like track 6 too.
Track 6. Okay.
Nice, dope.
Step to your scene. That's the joint.
The
that
last joint.
That was the
Yes.
joint. The last joint, Love
Yeah.
Jones.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, Jump was tight.
No, I enjoyed it, man. Like again, every time I listen to your beats, man, I freestyle in my head, and like the first 2 minutes, I'm crazy. Like I know I'm getting off.
Yeah,
like I'm going in, my nigga. Like I wish niggas was in my niggas was recording. I'm
A
going.
2-minute freestyle is crazy, though.
You feel me? Like I'm going crazy. So I appreciate you.
And also, these projects are me.
Hold on,
like,
let me finish. Give
okay,
you some
my bad.
love, Playboy.
Yeah.
Yikes.
And you chose, one of my favorite movies, Love Jones. Like
yeah.
Love Jones is a movie that anytime I feel like the universe isn't showing me love, I put that motherfucker in and I get my shit back.
Yeah.
Like
Hey,
dead ass, B.
some of the shit I was seeing while I was getting ready to drop this was like little clips, like how they talk about Love Jones is not a love movie. And all this
yeah, you
shit.
told me about that. Yeah,
He was talking about,
yeah.
this nigga was stalking
Stalking
this
her.
That's a fact,
Yeah,
though.
like, he was like, real. He said,
He
he's
stole
like,
her address
yeah,
from
he
the
said,
store.
and why she ain't get fired? Like, it's like, why she ain't get fired? She didn't give her the nigga the address and everything.
But it
All this
also
shit.
speaks about those
Got,
times
it said,
too, though.
got Nia
Yeah.
Long smoking cigarettes.
Yeah,
Like,
yeah.
Stressed out.
But those are those
Stop.
times,
You
though,
wrecking my
man.
flow.
Like, nah,
Yeah, nah,
That joint was a vibe. The one you just said.
nah,
was a vibe.
definitely
Yeah.
good selection of beats. And but you were saying earlier, like you've had these joints
Oh yeah, these
in the stove
these
for like
beats,
2
these-
years now.
Some of these beats have been in the background of season 1 of A Man Say Man.
That's bananas.
You know what I'm saying?
But before that, though,
And shout out to my nigga Aleem Bilal, my man
feature.
AB. You know,
word.
he's also a producer.
that's one of my favorite joints.
He produces a lot. He's produced a lot of stuff for almost everything for Uptown XO.
Okay.
Like AB is my nigga. Like we were together in 2012 on the freshman producers of the DMV.
Gotcha.
You know what I'm saying? So that's been my guy, yo. So I sent him this beat. Like I thought it's like, yo, you working on shit? Like, take this. You know? And I've had that verse and beat from him from like April, since April, maybe April or May.
That's
You know what I'm
love.
saying? So I was like, yeah, this is fitting because I wanted to use that beat for this project. But
Okay. No, that's what's up, man. Good stuff, man.
For real.
Well, listen, let's get into this bold questions before we close out.
Hold
Wow.
on, I gave Marvelous is going to assign us our next homework.
Okay. Pardon me.
Yep. So our next homework is Jay-Z the Blueprint. Shout out to Micus because he's the one that put that out there.
There it is.
Gotcha. Jay-Z the Blueprint.
My
All right,
favorite
bet.
Hove album, baby.
Yeah.
Let's get into a
I
question.
listened to my
it's
Jay
up there.
the
My
last couple of
favorite
weeks.
Hove album. I could have handed you the bowl, my G.
Nobody heard the thing you said.
They're proteined out. That's all. He had to stretch them legs.
That's crazy.
Oh, this is a good one. Would the world be better if women were in charge?
No.
Nah, son.
Sharon, Marvelous, the Don.
Nah, yo.
I mean, listen, the world gonna always be better if we got a little bit of leadership. But I'm gonna be honest with you. I would not want to put us in a high leadership position like the president. No.
Nope.
No.
Nope.
No. So that's
Too much emotional reactions.
It's a little deeper than that. But I wouldn't want to deal with women in that. I believe that men are created to lead. Not saying that there aren't women leaders and they do a great job at what they've done in the past for certain areas, but to run the world, the entire world, no. We already have a piece of that's within this world that we pretty much run.
Mother Nature.
Yeah, yeah. Without us, y'all can't get here. You're just gonna create yourself.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? So there's a lot we already run. So to say that
they run the world.
Yeah. Yeah.
They just don't make world decisions. No.
I mean, nip it in the bud for me.
And that's the difference.
Yeah, I would say no, but I'm all about co-power. Like I wouldn't, me run it with my gal. You know what I'm saying? She's right there with me, 50-50.
Yeah.
I don't, I'm cool with that. I'm
Yeah.
cool with that.
I mean,
Or 60-40, fuck that.
the world gonna be the
50-50.
world. Like, I mean, it's gonna be better in some regards. It's gonna be worse in some regards. But ultimately, the world gonna be the fucking world. Like, same shit gonna happen. It's just gonna be a little bit different.
Women already control a large piece of it.
If I ruled the world and everything in it, sky's the limit.
Men are not even working hard for themselves
4, 5,
anymore. They've been working hard for years to get with women that look a certain way. That controls their decision on how they move. We control a lot of this world already.
That's a fact.
I mean,
This is a
100%.
fact.
But
I mean, it's all about the women.
I ain't
though.
trying to put y'all in charge of the
Niggas
nukes.
went to the barbershop for women.
Yeah, female energy controls everything.
Yeah, that's
I
it.
ain't putting y'all in charge of the nukes.
Well, that's another leadership.
Mm-mm.
No, because we might blow everything
Not
up.
them bomb skis, nah.
Yeah.
What Kim Jong-un say? He was talking, what? Boop.
Shoot first, ask questions last.
Something about the scorn of a woman. Forgot what the word, what the saying is. Ain't nothing like the scorn. What?
It's not.
Go ahead, Nick. Go to it.
I think we already know the answer to this question, but I'm gonna go ahead and throw it out there. This, in the show, best athlete you grew up with.
Nigga said we already know the answer to this question.
Nick looking around.
Nick, you up there, Nick?
Derek
But I ain't-
Ross.
I'm just
You
saying,
mean like a real person that we know, or like just in general?
That you grew up. Yeah, you have to know him. You grew up with the
Okay,
person.
I'm
personally.
gonna say, and it's funny because I just talked to this dude yesterday, I think, or the day before.
CC.
It's K.O.N.Y.
I was going to say.
It's K.O.N.Y. Cots. Because I mean, Nick, honestly, we didn't grow up together. So
I know we didn't. Yeah, no,
it's different. I mean, K.O.N.Y.
I'll
was
definitely throw K.O.N.Y. up there.
K.O.N.Y. was growing up. He was that dude. I mean,
CC.
elementary school, middle school, he was that nigga.
Yeah,
And I'm privileged to be a part of both because obviously Steph has a better relationship with K.O.N.Y, but he grew up in the neighborhood and I visually, I used to see K.O.N.Y. You know what I'm saying? Get busy in all sports.
Oh, yeah.
Right? Like he was that guy.
Yeah.
Right? As far as in school, definitely got to big you up.
yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Yeah, for sure.
For me, growing up, I might say Gus.
Yeah.
I might
But
say Gus.
I give Matt Walker some credit too, though.
Yeah,
you know what I'm
definitely,
saying?
for sure.
Like,
For sure. I mean, I would say football. I mean, Matt was a great athlete. Matt can run fast and all that.
and that's what I'm talking about.
but Matt-
Athlete, not this, football, basketball. Like,
feel
you
you.
know what I'm saying? Like,
But
athlete,
when you say athlete, you got to include all like other sports too, though, right?
gotcha.
When you
Well, I never saw you play baseball. So,
okay,
I don't, are you talking about baseball?
no, but you see me run track, you see me play football and play basketball, right?
Yeah, Matt ran track, played football. Well, he wasn't the best in basketball.
Yeah, he ain't play no basketball.
No, he didn't play. No
Matt
basketball.
ran track.
Yeah, At Matt ran track, if I'm not mistaken.
I don't know,
I don't know if he ran at
actually
Wakefield, but
yeah.
well,
I know he didn't
He ain't
run
running.
at
Wakefield.
He
You
ain't
ran at
running
Wakefield?
Fairfax.
Huh?
You ran at Wakefield?
No, I didn't run track after Gunston.
Yeah, okay.
Matt probably ran at Gunston.
It was football. It was
Could have
football.
sworn I
and basketball.
remember
Well,
me,
he only
him,
went to
Tony
Gunston.
Fernandez, and Matt.
He only went to Gunston his eighth
His
grade
eighth grade,
year.
yeah.
So
Yeah. I ran track at Gunston though. I was long jump, high jump, and I ran
as
the relay.
a kid, I'm gonna
And
give it to
Aberdeen
And
too.
Aberdeen.
Aberdeen,
Both
yeah,
did,
definitely ran track.
as a kid, I'm gonna give it to K.O.N.Y. In school, it'll probably be Kevin Essence or Nick. I did go to see
Or
Kevin
Anthony Ford.
Essence.
Yeah.
Kevin
Anthony Ford.
Essence athletic
Anthony Ford.
ability
Oh,
back
yeah.
then,
Yeah.
and his size and everything
Yes.
all lined up. You add up all the features. It was great. Was he the best at basketball? No, but if you athletically, he was probably. I didn't know Anthony Ford like that. They say that he was just as good in football, but I didn't know him like that. I knew Kevin better than I knew Anthony Ford.
Anthony Ford is a better football player.
So, but I also went to go see Nick at the Super 44, which was or the Super 45. They changed the name to his year, of course, but it used to be the Super 44. But
Right.
yeah, I man was a beast at football. Try to tell him to go play football. You want to go play basketball, man.
That's all the school that I went to.
I know. I'm just talking shit.
I wish.
Mm.
I wish I had the discipline to stay in school. I could have got a football scholarship.
Well, are you happy?
Am I happy?
Yeah.
I'm great. bro.
Yo,
That's
that
all
was
that
a
matters,
miserable
right?
ass question, dog.
You know why?
Like, are you happy?
Let me
You
tell
just
you
cut
why.
through the bullshit.
Let me tell
Happy.
you, I'm gonna tell you why. Because I was chasing that for a while.
I'm sorry.
I was chasing that for a while. Football.
Nigga, Paul,
I was
dog.
chasing football for a while.
DC Jets.
I wound up playing DC Jets football,
He's a-
and when I played for the DC Jets, I fulfilled all my football dreams. I won 2 national championships, and we played at the highest competition that you could play in flag football.
Oh yeah.
So yeah, and niggas respected
Shout out
me.
to
And-
DC
and- at
Jets.
some point in time, I think I might have been the top receiver in the nation, bruh. I ain't gonna hold you, like for real. Like yeah, me and Wayne, because Wayne was the top quarterback in the nation. Nigga, I was catching all the touchdown passes.
What about the? Nah.
I was gonna say I got an underdog pick. If Micus went to an actual school,
Man,
not
what?
to play quarterback, he was an okay quarterback, but his size and everything, he's not really gonna
He's
play.
better than Brian Pinkney.
Long snapper.
Yeah.
Micus could have went to the NFL for a long snap. I swear to God on my life, he could have went to the
you ain't lying.
NFL for long
He is
snap.
not. He
That's
is
crazy.
not.
That's
He
fucking
could long
lying.
snap the jump perfectly, and he was always the first one
Yep.
on the dude doing the fair catch or whatever it was.
Yeah, he was the long snapper
long
for
snapper.
punting.
If he went to an actual school that cared about something like that, other than fucking Wakefield, bruh.
And because after he snapped, he could be the first one to go down the field.
That's what I'm
because they
saying. He
couldn't
was the
touch
first
him.
one down there.
So after he snapped, nobody else could move until the ball was kicked.
That's
He
crazy.
snapped and he gone. Like yeah.
What about Devane?
Who Devon?
Devane.
Who the fuck
Who the fuck is
Stop.
Devane?
Shut up,
Get out of here.
That's
dog.
crazy.
Pause that.
What a fool.
Get out of
Hell
here,
for that,
dog.
y'all
That's
retarded.
crazy.
Pause that.
We thought we were a little more mature than that. That's all.
Yo,
Pause.
I want to smash him into that wall.
We gave that nigga a little more credit than that. Man. Like, Jesus.
You see, I try to correct the name. And
the
shit,
fuck
like,
out of here,
Devon?
man. This nigga set us up. You bitch ass nigga.
What a fool.
What a way to end the show.
After he said it,
You stink.
after he said it,
You stink, dog.
after he said it the second time, I was like, yeah, fuck this
That
nigga.
nigga got us.
I was like, Devon?
That nigga said Devon.
Yeah, nah. Oh, okay. I don't know what you're talking about.
Hey,
then.
on that note, though. Oh, next week's homework is
Yeah, the
Jay-Z Blueprint.
yeah.
Now, I mean, shout out to Micahs and everyone else that continues to listen in and whatnot.
Yeah.
Appreciate
Definitely,
everybody.
Please, comments, man. Let us know what you guys want to hear.
Word.
Any questions? You know, you guys want us to throw in the bold questions? Please, comments, man.
Absolutely.
Let us know. DM, whatever.
Yeah.
Anyway, been another wonderful episode of A Man Say Man. It's your boy P,
Rem the model.
Nick G.
Marvelous.
Stuff Muse.
and we out.
Peace.